Are you thinking about moving to the beautiful Space Coast? If so, you're probably looking forward to the beautiful weather and endless summer. Well, today I am sharing 10 things only locals know about the summertime in the 321. And if you don't know what that means, stick around, we'll come back to it later. Now, before getting started on our list, I'm risa.coyne, a realtor here in the Space Coast, and I would love to help you and your family find the perfect place to live. Reach out to me through call, text, or email, and let's get the conversation started. Okay, now let's begin our top 10 list for things to know about summertime in the Space Coast. Number one, the summer season. Technically and astronomically speaking, summer starts in June and ends in September. Well, not here in the Space Coast. You're going to start feeling that 80, 90-degree heat at the very start of May, and it typically doesn't start cooling down until late October. Us Space Coasters are used to the heat, but it can take some getting used to if you're new to the area or Florida. Number two, love bugs. Summer is synonymous with love bug season in the Space Coast. What are love bugs, you ask? They are these little winged bugs that fly around with their mate attached to them. That's right. Everywhere you see one love bug, it is most likely really two. There's an urban myth amongst us Floridians that an experiment gone wrong by the University of Florida created them by trying to manipulate the DNA to control mosquito populations. But instead, we ended up with love bugs. In actuality, that's not true. They just migrated here from Central America, which does make more sense. At the peak of summer, you will see what feels like hundreds of love bugs a day. They are totally harmless to people, but not so much to our cars. During love bug season, our windshields and bumpers get quite literally attacked by love bugs, especially when traveling on 95 or the dreaded I-4. Number three, hurricane prep. Locals know how to prepare for a hurricane, and a lot of us use these early summer months to start getting ready so we're not in a tizzy when an actual storm hits. This includes stocking up on the essentials like water, batteries, flashlights, and non-perishable foods. We trim back trees and bushes to remove any weak or dead branches, buying sandbags to fend off flooding, and wooden boards to protect our windows. Saving these to-dos until last minute when a storm is on its way usually means you will either not find the supplies and items that you're looking for, or you'll have to brave the insane crowds at Walmart and Lowe's at the final hour. If you're new to the area or considering relocating, it's definitely best to prepare. Reach out and I can share my hurricane prep guide with you. That way, when the hurricane does come, you can enjoy the hurricane party that your neighbors will surely be throwing. Number four, lawn care. We are all quite familiar with how plants grow. They need air, water, and sunlight. Well, summer in Florida has these in abundance, and your grass will grow 5 times faster than it does during the rest of the year. Most people mow their lawns once a week at least in the summer to keep up with the growth. Of course, you can always hire a service to maintain your property for you. Number 5, dog walking. In the Space Coast scorching summer heat, the pavement acts like a giant skillet, soaking up the sun's rays and becoming much hotter than the air. This can be a problem for anyone, but especially our pets. You won't see a lot of dog walkers out during the heat of the day in the summertime because the pavement can actually burn or injure a dog's sensitive paw pads. Now, if you've just got to get your afternoon walk in, walking your dog on the grass is always an option. Number 6, staycations. You may have heard the phrase, we live where you vacation. And it's true, we do. But we also live where we staycation. The Space Coast has some of the best beaches around, and many people choose to book beach hotels or Airbnbs right here in places like Cocoa Beach or Melbourne Beach for their yearly summer vacations. My family and I did a week at Ron John's Resort in Cape Canaveral almost every year while I was growing up. We are also just hours away from other Florida vacation destinations. St. Augustine and Tampa are about 2 hours away, Miami is about 3 hours away, and Key West is about a 6-hour drive. With the Brightline getting a new stop in Cocoa, we are even closer to some of these areas than ever before. We also can always make the 45-minute drive to the port and hop on a cruise ship if we do want something that takes us away. Number 7, my favorite, is the post-beach feeling. A lot of this top 10 has to do with how hot it is in Florida, and it truly is. But with that comes the pros as well. There is absolutely nothing like that post-beach dinner feeling. If you're a local, you know exactly the feeling I'm talking about. But let me paint a picture for you. You've just spent hours at the beach, soaking in the sun and riding the waves. You get back to your house and get a clean shower, get all that sand off, admire your new tan, and maybe your little burn. But you throw on your flip-flops and are ready to go out to eat at one of our many waterfront dining options with a cocktail in hand and live music playing. There is no feeling like it. Do it and let me know if you get that post-beach dinner feeling. Number 8, rain showers. The sporadic rain showers we have in the Space Coast are like nature's surprise parties. One moment you're basking in the sunshine, and the next, dark clouds roll in and raindrops start falling. These showers can last for 5 minutes or a couple hours, and there's almost no way of knowing which one it'll be, as the weather apps can barely keep up either. These can be quite refreshing, cooling everything down for a bit, but obviously hard to plan an outdoor outing around. You'll find that there are two kinds of beachgoers in the Space Coast. The ones who start packing up immediately at the first feeling of a drizzle, and the ones who hunker down with their umbrellas and tents and trust they can brave the storm. I'm usually in the latter group, and that has gone wrong for us a few times, but most often it passes through and we're good to enjoy several more hours at the beach. Number 9, Countdown County. Now, this insider tip goes for all year round. The area code in the Space Coast is 321, and us locals like to refer to Brevard as Countdown County. You get it? And finally, number 10. So, it's hot, it rains, there are bugs, and I have to do manual labor once a week at least. Why would I move here? Well, the Space Coast is a hidden gem. Nestled between the Atlantic Ocean and the wonders of space, it's the perfect place to call home. Beautiful beaches, space exploration, endless outdoor recreation, thriving communities, year-round sunshine, culture attractions, and job opportunities are just a few things about the Space Coast that make it so unique and vibrant. So, summer tip number 10, you should move to one of our amazing cities this summer. You won't regret it. I hope you've enjoyed our top 10 list of things to know about summer in the Space Coast. Considering a move or just want more information? Text, call, or email, and let's get our conversation started. Again, I'm Risa.coyne with Keller Brevard, and I hope to talk to you soon.